Hey guys, Casual Chrono here. It is January 22nd, 2025, US time. That means the newest content has been released for late January 25, and that means Ava, or Eva as I pronounce it, Ava had her stellar awakening, and that also means, I believe I read, she has a manifest fight and a true manifest fight to take care of. So I've stellar awakened her, I've opened up her whole board, and right now, whenever I try a new fight, I usually bring in my Sesta team first, because they're awesome. So this is the team I have. Let's go ahead and equip them. Sesta with a 40 power badge and Pain type of Grasta. Melody geared for defense. Yifa, that actually is her gear, is geared for defense, health, and spirit. Speaking of spirit, that's a plus 60 badge now I got from the white gates, the little cat stamps. And then Shaney, equip. Shaney built for survival as well. Atoa is in the background with a bunch of gear. And then normally I would have Tome in the back, but we need Ava to start the fight. Sidekicks, Tetra, and guns. I have no idea what to expect. This is brand new. No one, even in Reddit, the last time I looked at it, has said anything about the manifest fight. So for all I know, the enemy might be null to wind. So if the wind team does not work, the next team I will use is obviously going to be a magic team. Now this is the first fight, which is usually the easier one. So we're going to find out what this fight is like.
May heaven's mercy guide us.
Lumina Sphene. Return to dust. Alright, she tried to deploy a zone. Kind of looked like the Sea of Stars zone. It did not look like the magic zone. But anyway, so is she immune? No, she resists wind, which means probably her level 10 fight she'll be immune to it. So, just for the sake of seeing what she can do, because I could blow the AF gauge right now, I'm going to go ahead and Depravity. I am going to beef up defenses and improve critical rates, and we're going to see what Twin Blade can do.
Blessings upon you. Move. These are the cries.
All right.
Of the
She has an HP stopper around 80%. She tried to redeploy a zone.
My frail body withers.
It looks like she may, yes, she removed the debuffs that Depravity put on. So let's try that again. We'll Depravity. Now, I'm assuming that the buffs are still there. Yes, it looks like it. So now I could Binoct Buwa, which basically improves Sesta's damage, which may or may not be needed in this fight. Fated Love was cast on automatically because she's Stellar Awakened. I did Malediction, so let's go ahead and Toadstrebe. It does reduce wind resistance, but if we hit another HP stopper, it'll probably be removed as well.
There. Listen. These are the cries of the
Nope.
faceless.
Alright, one 80% HP stopper, and then smooth sailing from there. And now it's time to level the manifest weapon. Alright, so not immune to wind for the first fight. Only 1 HP stopper to deal with. And she tried to deploy a zone, but if you start off with an awakened zone already, she doesn't get the opportunity. So, fairly straightforward fight. Alright. I'm going to go do some leveling, and we're going to return to this for the max level fight later. I spent a little bit of time farming some planar shifts, and we have Ava's Lumina Sphene maxed out and ready to fight the final battle. So it is late January 2025. This patch has been out for only a few hours, so I have no idea what to expect. The first fight, Sea of Stars, I think, was released. There was an HP stopper at 80%. So
who wants a bite?
We're going to find out what's going on here. Alright, looked like Sea of Stars. I'm assuming that the Awakened Wind Zone blocked it, and it did. Alright, we are going to Depravity. We are going to Faith Sesta. Fated Love was automatically cast because she's Stellar Awakened, so we will do Malediction, and Sesta will Twin Blade Wolf because that is what Sesta always does. I'm assuming there's an HP stopper around 80-ish% again. Yep, looks like it. Alright, she tried to redeploy the zone and failed miserably. Now last time, the level 1 fight, the introductory fight, Sesta was able to attack and wiped her out on turn 2 without any trouble. Let's see, all buffs, or all debuffs were removed, so we're going to Depravity again. I'm going to Athdalkis to improve some resistances. We have Fated Love and Malediction both going right now. So I guess I will Toadstream, and we will Twin Blade Wolf.
Blessings upon you.
Alright.
These are the cries.
Doing a lot of damage. Oh, another HP stopper. I'm guessing around 30%? Oh. And
Touch of your cheek.
she destroyed my wind zone and put up an awakened magic zone. Looks like she has a barrier too. Well, Sesta doesn't care about barriers when Sesta can actually use Twin Blade Wolf. Let's see what's going on. Oh, there's some auras too. Okay. If she takes magic damage, her magic critical rate will go up 100%. Okay. Melody AS is a magic user, so I should probably not attack with her. Alright, next. Reverse scale. If she takes physical damage, her damage improves by 50%. And I guess Anti-Mirror works on my team as well. If she does magic damage to me, my magical critical rate goes up by 100. Oh well. Looks like both auras are in effect. Alright. Immune to damage. Turns left 4. Her physical resistance is increased. Type resistance is increased. That looks like a... was it... Glint Gale? And wind resistance decreased because of Toadstream. Okay. So, Fated Love. I guess there's really no reason to do an Aurora or been knocked, because I can't Twin Blade Wolf right now. I'll Depravity again. Looks like she cleared her debuffs. And none of those will really help, but the wind resistance debuff will last for 3 turns. So I guess we'll do that.
There. Blessings upon you.
Now some characters like Melody AS can break an existing zone. So I wonder if there's an efficient way to target that. Alright, we'll have to explore around with this after this fight. Let's see, Faded Love. Just cast that again, so I guess we'll do Malediction again. Athdaucus. If I do Dark Drill or Magic Smash, those are magic attack. Actually, Magical Smash is a blunt attack. Okay, we'll just do that one. And we'll Crusher Blow again while we wait.
Blessings upon you. How's this?
At some point, Melody AS. Ooh, that was pretty rough. And it said Debuff Reset. The zone is gone, so that means her magic attacks should be lessened. Alright, she has 2 stacks, but she doesn't have any of the wind resists being gone. What about my own team? Looks like I'm still buffed. Do I still have cover? Looks like it. Yep. Okay. Toadstream. We'll just Depravity again. If nothing else, I get the damage barrier. And I'll Crusher Blow again, because why not? Alright, so she uses Icicle Zorch, which debuffs crystal resistance, and then she follows it with her crystal attack. But I have my Awakened Wind Zone now, so let's just Twin Blade it, and been knocked this time. Faded Love, and let's see if she can Barrier Pierce.
These are the cries.
And here comes the Barrier Piercing. Alright. So Barrier Piercing will still go through that damage immunity barrier. Okay. So that was done with my wind team. That was not super difficult. It just seems like there's a waiting game involved if you don't have Barrier Piercing. So now that we've seen this fight with a wind team, let's try out some other teams, shall we? Alright, for test number 2, I have my crystal team. Ava's crystal, so why not? So we have Thililily, very well geared. Melissa, equally well geared. Mistrari, and Alma. Oh, back row, Melina has 3 Grasta supporting Thililily. Now, Thil ES has Sword and Heart, which is a barrier piercing attack. So let's see if we can make use of that. Alright, challenge the weapon again, skip.
Time to try out my new formula.
Return thou to dust.
Alright, she deploys Sea of Stars. Melissa tries to Flash Zone, but we end up with the Awakened Crystal Zone. So let us... You know what? Let's set things up. Let us blow the AF gauge. let's Apostle, Glint Gale, and then switch to the 2s. 3, 3, 2, 2. Let's hit that HP stopper. Alright, and let's keep doing the 2s. Alright, set some things up. She's going to clear the debuffs, but I think Pain and Poison remained.
Frail body withers.
Alright. So let's do this the easy way and just see if it works. We're going to Stellar Burst, blow Sword and Heart. Because it's in Stellar Burst, Sidekick gets 5 charges. And we can use Moke and Stellar Burst and Sword and Heart on turn 3, which, since it's barrier piercing, means the fight should be over. So, actually, we don't have to wait to turn 3, we can do it in turn 2, I think. Sword and Heart. Just for fun, Hornet Hail and Kaleidoscope, because why not?
Feel the power of Aurum alchemy.
Alright, there's the HP stopper. She's gonna get pissed off, break zoned. We have Awakened Magic Zone, but we are still on turn 2.
I live.
There's the barrier, Sidekick. Moke Rampage. Switch back because why not? And Sword and Heart again. And let's just Hakam Chets. And now I used Kaleidoscope, which means it was in Stellar Burst, which means all members should have Barrier Pierce for 3 moves. So let's see what happens. Yep, there's a Barrier Pierce. That was not a Barrier Pierce. Interesting. Well, Alma's counterattacks Barrier Pierced,
That was nothing.
but Sword and Heart did not. Oh, I wonder if... Let me double check the description. It's been a while since I used my Crystal team. Should have Barrier Pierced. Weird. Well, for whatever reason, Alma's was Barrier Piercing. Her Kaleidoscope skill grants Link to a single party member and Barrier Pierce. In Stellar Burst, Link should have gone to all party members and Barrier Pierce for all of them. But that didn't seem to happen. Now I wonder... Luster Glare and Refraction Bullet were magic attacks, whereas Sword and Heart and Melissa's attack were slash. I wonder if, well, Sesto was Barrier Pierced just fine. Let's try that again. Let me go restore the AF gauge a little bit. Alright, this is part of the learning process and checking out mechanics.
Lily will lead the charge.
Return thou to dust.
Alright, turn 1, we basically just used it to buff up the team and get to the first HP stopper. And also technically to get Gunsa's aura going. So it was Apostle, Glint Gale, followed by Healing Lure and Refraction Bullet. So 3, 3, 2, 2. There's Photon Messiah, Hawken Chets. Alright, I think we hit the HP stopper.
Not bad.
Till my frail body withers.
Alright. We can Stellar Burst, so we'll just do the same thing as last time. Sword and Heart, Hornet Hail, and Kaleidoscope.
Feel the power of aura and alchemy.
Alright, there's the second HP stopper.
From but a touch of your cheek, I live.
There's the barrier. If we check out stats, immune to damage, excludes fixed damage and rate damage. Fixed damage, I guess, would be like tiramisu's stuff, and rate damage, pain poison, maybe? Alright. Her physical resistance is definitely up there. It's increased large and ultra hard physical resistance. Type resistance is increased, but not ultra hard. Okay, so last time what we did, Lily is not in sword wielding savior state. So we used the sidekick, switched to Moke. Moke does Moke things. We switched back to Tetra, and that means she should be in sword wielding savior state. She is. Which means her Sword and Heart should barrier pierce. It says it right there, crystal type slash attack and barrier pierce. Hornet Hail is a slash attack. Glint Gale is a slash attack. Hawken is a piercing attack. And Luster Glare is simply a magic attack. And I'm looking, I don't see like a null or anything. So let's watch. This was, I think, what I did last time, and see. Luster Glare worked. Sword and Heart? No. Hornet Hail? No. Hawken no. And then her counterattack worked. So I guess that ultra hard buff pretty much makes even powerful attacks like Sword and Heart not work. So if that's the case, why did the Wind team have success? Did ultra hard disappear? Oh, I almost did that without my, I know of a way we can test it. My thought process with this team is that on turn 2, we will blow the AF gauge, and I will save Twin Blade Wolf until turn 3. If you're not familiar with that mechanic, I'm about to show you now. Actually, let me double check the gear since yeah, that would have been bad. Okay. I do love this mechanic for gear. Alright. Atoa is still okay. Go sidekicks. Okay. So, if I'm reading this correctly,
May heaven's mercy guide us.
Return thou to dust.
alright, so turn 1, We'll get the pain and poison going. We're going to faith her and malediction, just like before.
Listen. These are the cries of the
Okay.
voiceless.
First HP stopper, no big deal.
Till mine frail body withers.
And faith. All right. Now, this is going to be a little interesting for me. Last time I avoided using melody to attack in order to avoid, let's see, hitting those wrong status person. There we go. Oh, is her aura already active? Alright, ultra hard physical resistance increased medium. Screw it, we're gonna do a magic attack. Alright, so we are going to blow the AF bar. She is going to crusher blow the entire time. I'm going to save my Divine Wolf for turn 3. Crusher blow, the way it's been going, seems to do well enough on its own. So we're going to go ahead and Magical Smash and then Dark Drill. We're going to Benoct and then An Aurora. Actually, I should probably Athdalkus and Toad Stream. So we're going to do 1, 2, 2, 1. And then at some point I'm going to try to work in an Athdalkus. 1, 2, 2, 1. Keep going. Alright, let's work in the Athdalkus now. There it is. We've hit the HP stopper, so let's go ahead and rebuff the 2s. Rebuff the 3s. She's going to clear the debuffs anyway. Alright. Because I did not use Twin Blade Wolf,
From at the touch of your cheek, I live.
Cesta still has a Divine Wolf stack, despite the fact that we are not in a win zone. So let's see two things. That ultra hard. That looks like it's permanent. It doesn't say anything about turns left. However, physical resistance turns left 4. So let's Twin Blade now. It should barrier pierce, but let's see if it does any damage. In the meantime, we will Depravity. We'll go ahead and Benoct, just in case it does do damage. And I think I need to Malediction again. And it did work in a Fated Love. Okay. Alright, here we go. Any damage at all?
Are the cries of the
And the answer is no. Okay. So if you have physical attackers, you're going to have to wait until this physical resistance ends. 3 more turns. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to Fated Love again, Athdalkus, Depravity, and Crusher Blow.
blessings upon you.
Alright, she's going to attack with that crystal attack. Astral Drago. Debuff Reset. That's another one I don't quite get. It looks like she still had... Yeah, she still has some debuffs. Right there. Power and Intellect are still debuffed. All right, 2 turns left of that physical resistance. I guess let's go ahead and Toad Stream. No, doesn't really make any sense to do any of that stuff, so Athdaucus again. Depravity, that will rebuff the debuff, and then Crusher Blow will put back on the wind resistance. Debuff.
Blessings upon you.
Alright. Remember last time she'll do the Icicle Zorch again? Yep. Okay, there's her counter attack, which now we have 3 stacks. There's our wind zone. Alright, let's take a look. Physical resistance turns left 1. Ultra hard, still there. Now I do have some wind debuffs this time around. 2 medium wind type resistance debuffs. So if I had Twin Blade, let's Magical Smash, let's Benoct, and let's Toad Stream.
Testify.
Listen. These are the
Because I think the
cries
last time I was able to win on this turn. Yep.
Chester did good.
So what that tells me is if you don't debuff her, like with a type debuff, then a barrier piercer that's slash, blunt, or pierce can actually do damage. The reason my crystal team was unable to hurt her is because even though Sword and Heart is ridiculously powerful, I don't think Melissa or Mistrari had their debuffs going. Where is Glint Gale? Not Revive, not Hornet Hail. Glint Gale reduces wind resistance by 50%. So let's try it. Let's now that we have some idea of what's going on, let's confirm. And Crystal Tank. Back row support, still good. Okay. I think what was happening with the Crystal team is we were trying to rush it.
Lily will lead the charge.
Return thou to
Always
dust.
have the ready.
Alright, so turn 1. We blew the AF. We did Apostle, Glint, Healing Lore, Refraction Bullet, and then pretty much all ones. Then once we got to the stopper, then I tried to work in Promised Land and Nephrite Boost, though that doesn't really matter too much. Well, Promised Land does, but Nephrite Boost will get dispelled anyway. So that means 3, 3, 2, 2, all ones. And there's the HP stopper. There's Promised Land, Healing Lore, Refraction, and more Hakam Chets. Alright.
Till mine frail body withers.
Alright, so last time we blew this. Sword and Heart, Hornet Hail, and Kaleidoscope.
Feel the power of Aurum alchemy.
at a touch of your cheek, I live.
Alright, we are still on turn 2, and she does not have any wind crystal type, well, any crystal debuffs. So let's Hakam Chets. Let's Glint Gale and give her some debuffs. And guess we'll Photon Messiah it. And let's avoid Luster Glaring, because I don't want to totally kill her right away. So let's screw it, let's Brain Record. Okay. Oh, this is nice to know. Let's see, what did I do? Only 84 million health. Okay. Her endurance and spirit are very high, though. Alright, no damage. There's some debuffs. Alright, please don't counter her to death. Okay. So now, we have on her crystal type resistance decrease and crystal type resistance decrease. So let's go ahead, moke it. We will Sword and Heart. We will attempt to Hakam Chets, but I think the Lily's going to go sooner. And we'll just Brain Record again. Actually, let's Lunatic, why not? Alright, so if I'm right, the crystal resistance reductions might be enough to actually see some damage from Sword and Heart. Nope. Oh wow. She actually can do some damage. So that's interesting. Is it just not enough crystal reduction? Well, we can continue to Hakam Chets it and Glint Gale, but I think, doesn't she dispel? So let's Photon Messiah and Refraction Bullet, I guess. Right, none of them are doing any damage right now because we've used up all of Kaleidoscope's barrier piercing. Oh. That wasn't a barrier pierce, but Alma went through the barrier anyway. So that description suggests that counterattacks will go through the barrier regardless. Alright, so now I'm having a thought. If counterattacks go through the barrier, but she does magical counterattacks, let's try someone who can counter with physical attacks. Hi, Manalka. Alright. Fire support and Manalka. Check. And let's ditch CL and bring in Ava.
Till I can no longer.
Sidekicks. Alright. So now the thought process is Manalka does have a counterattack as long as she can inflict rage. And her counterattack, let's see if it goes through that barrier.
the time to let loose.
Return thou to dust.
Oh, you know what? I did not fill up the AF bar. How close am I? Kind of close. All right. Let's let's just overload. Let's just see if Lava Impact works. Rosa Liliac and Doom. Alright, he filled up the AF gauge for me.
Till mine frail body withers.
So we'll go ahead and blow it here on turn 2, and by doing so, we'll go ahead and blaze up Destruction, Nocturnal, and Mortal Sin. Normally I would do debuffs first, but she's going to remove all the debuffs anyway. So we'll do 2, 2, 2, 1, and then all ones. 2, 2, 2, 1, and then all ones. Alright, Ewan's not having any issues, so let's... Alright, let's see now if Manalka's counterattacks will go through the barrier.
I live.
She's doing physical counterattacks. I'm curious. Eruption does not break the current zone. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and Pain Poison. Yeah, we'll try Lava Impact, why not? And we will Deal Breaker. And in her case... might as well just keep doing Doom. Alright, sure enough, no damage. Which means no healing. Alright, she should Icicle Zorch. And Manalka's counterattacks are not going through. Elemental Break Fire, maybe? Icarphilia ignores defenses, but would it go through that barrier? Let's see, let's go ahead and Flame Break as well. And let's Blaze Up. It's been a little while. Alright. So it looks like this is going to be a waiting game for most tanks. The counterattacks are not going through. Looks like she resists fire. Just FYI. Alright. Doom, Rosa. Let's Flame Break, and let's Deal Breaker. She should Icicle Zorch again, which is doing a decent amount of damage this time. And let's go ahead and have some fun, shall we? Let's overkill, eruption, and overload, and just see what happens.
I'll cut you to shreds, piece by piece.
Alright, we're now in an awakened fire zone, which should... Let's see. Mortal Sin. Nocturnal. Let's Lava Impact, and let's Deal Breaker. Alright, he's got his 3 stacks on there. She should do that nasty Astral Drago. Counterattacks are still doing nothing. But this should have been the last turn of Barrier. Yep, no more Barrier, just ultra hard physical resistance back down to medium. It was large earlier. Okay, no debuffs though. Alright, well, time to finish this fight, I think. Let's Doom, Rosa, Lava, Overload.
This is the end.
Okay. So, now I'm not the type of person that fully gets the mechanics. I just figure out what works, and apparently what works is, for some reason, Alma's reactive counterattacks, which are magic attacks, do not seem to be phased by that huge barrier. The huge barrier does improve physical resistance a lot, magical resistance not so much, which might be why. But yet Sesta was able to chew through it as well, which confuses me a little bit. Minalka was not able to. We had to wait it out. So let's bring in a magic team and see what happens. Let's see. There she is.
Till I can no longer.
Alright. You can tell I was leveling her. Let's steal some staff Crosta. Let's see. We want not the stuff Palm is holding. Shanghua, Palm, Garyu. Oh, Power of Awakening. We could use that one. Let's see, what else could we steal? Might be about it. Alright. Sound Body, we'll steal that one. And Power of Crystal, not important. Yeah, let's just go with those two. Oh, actually the personality ones might be good. Let's take a look. I did just have staff only. Alright, Enhance of Low, Enhance of Max. Don't care about Crystal or Water. Almighty Power Dragon. No one's a dragon. Another Enhance of Max HP. Power of Void. Okay. And anything we can steal here. Sound bodies. We'll just go with that. Alright, so sound body staff, power of awakening staff. Alright, let us... Did we use the AF gauge? Let's heal up just in case. So this team does not have a barrier piercer unless I sacrifice someone. That might be fun. Who says that? Oh, let's sacrifice someone. That'd be fun. Okay. Apparently I said it.
Return thou to dust.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get a regen going. Pain. We have Sea of Stars. What does Sea of Stars do? I almost never use it. When another force is at maximum, everyone's attack damage is a lot stronger. And we can't another force until... Okay. No, I don't care. Let's go ahead and Charity Blend. And... Link. Alright, we have our awakened magic zone. Which means I could another force now if I wanted to. I'm curious if Yuna's burnaways remain or if that gets cleared as well. Let's find out. Nocturnal. Let's Trinity. And let's start praying. Oh, she can heal. And improve resistances to crystal and water. Not that that matters for this team. Alright, we're going to Horizon. We're going to Icrophilia, why not? We're going to Please. And let's... Ooh. I forgot about Inversion. That might be fun. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and try another burn away. Alright, she should clear. Do the burnaways get cleared? No, they do not. That's 2 stacks right there. Okay, if you have Yuna, Stellar Awakened, her burnaway stacks do not get removed. Alright, magic attack. Rosaliliac again. Horizon again, and let's please. Oh, that's right, we're not in the magic zone. Charity Blend. Alright.
From but a touch of your cheek, I
Now, there's the barrier. So let's test things. We are going to sacrifice Shanghua and give her barrier piercing. Horizon. We have... Let's do an iridescent blessing and... Please. We have the prayer going. Awakened magic zone. Alright. Sacrifice. That gives Shanghua barrier piercing. Shanghua attacks. And sure enough, no problem. Okay. So general conclusions. 1. Sesta is insanely powerful. 2. Magic barrier piercing attacks will cut through that last fight. Okay, I think that gives me enough information to make a quick video showcasing multiple ways to defeat this boss. So I will get on that, but that is the thought process I go through when I'm playing around and learning new fights. I hope this helps. Casual Crono, signing out.